Salar de Uyuni. High in Bolivia, an enormous prehistoric lake slowly disappeared, leaving its minerals behind as a vast white crust of salt. During the dry season, the ground breaks into bright geometric patterns and stretches so flat that distance becomes difficult to judge. Then the rains arrive. Water cannot easily drain through the salt, so a thin layer spreads across the surface and reflects the sky almost perfectly. The horizon vanishes, mountains appear to float, and people seem to walk through the clouds. The same geography turns one place into both a frozen-looking desert and the largest natural mirror on Earth. Pamukkale. Warm spring water rises from beneath a cliff in western Turkey and flows down toward the plain below. The water carries dissolved calcium, which is left behind as the water cools and releases gas. Over thousands of years, these deposits built white terraces, curved pools, and frozen-looking waterfalls made from stone. The landscape resembles a snow-covered mountain, yet warm water continues to run across it. The springs also drew people here in ancient times, leading to the construction of the city of Hierapolis beside the terraces. What looks like an icy fortress was created by heat, flowing water, and layer after layer of mineral rock. Socotra. Far from mainland Yemen, isolation turned this island into a separate natural world. Ocean, desert, and rugged mountains kept many of its plants cut off from relatives elsewhere for countless generations. They adapted to intense sun, limited fresh water, and powerful seasonal winds. The most famous result is the dragon's blood tree, with branches spreading into a wide umbrella that helps collect moisture from the air. Other plants develop swollen trunks that store water inside them. Because so many species evolved only here, walking across Socotra can feel less like visiting another country and more like stepping onto a planet where life followed completely different rules. Dallol. In northern Ethiopia, the land has been pulled apart by moving tectonic plates and dropped below sea level. Magma remains close beneath the surface, heating groundwater as it passes through enormous layers of salt. When that water rises again, it carries minerals, acid, and gases into strange pools colored yellow, green, orange, and white. Salt towers grow beside bubbling springs, while the surrounding heat rapidly evaporates almost every drop of water. The result looks brightly painted, but the chemistry that creates those colors also makes the landscape extremely hostile. Dallol feels unreal because several dangerous forces, heat, salt, volcanism, and acid, are all concentrated in the same place. Lençóis Maranhenses. Along Brazil's northeastern coast, ocean winds push sand inland and build wave after wave of white dunes. From above, the landscape looks like an enormous desert, but this region receives a heavy rainy season. Water gathers in the low spaces between the dunes, where compact layers beneath the sand prevent it from quickly draining away. Thousands of temporary blue and green lagoons appear across the white landscape, sometimes lasting for months before the dry season returns. The dunes continue moving, while the pools repeatedly vanish and refill, rebuilding the scenery each year. Geography has created a place that looks like a desert, flooded by perfectly clear tropical lakes. Zhangye Danxia. In northwestern China, layers of sandstone and other sediments were deposited in different colors over millions of years. Tectonic forces later pushed, tilted, and folded those layers as mountains rose nearby. Wind and rain then stripped away the softer rock, exposing red, orange, yellow, and pale bands across the hillsides. Instead of hiding the buried layers, erosion turned them into the landscape itself. The mountains now resemble enormous brushstrokes or sheets of colored rock folded together. Their appearance is not caused by plants or painted soil, but by the internal structure of the ground being lifted, broken open, and placed on display. Waitomo glowworm caves. Beneath the green hills of New Zealand's North Island, groundwater slowly entered cracks in ancient limestone and dissolved the rock. Over time, those narrow gaps widened into tunnels, chambers, and underground rivers. The caves created a dark, damp environment where New Zealand glowworm larvae could thrive. They hang sticky silk threads from the ceiling and produce blue-green light to attract small, flying insects carried through the cave. Thousands of tiny lights now shine above the underground water, making a silent boat ride look like a journey beneath a star-filled sky. The stars only exist because water first carved a hidden world beneath the farmland. Mount Roraima. At the meeting point of Venezuela, Guyana, and Brazil, sheer cliffs rise from the surrounding forests and support a huge flat summit. This type of table mountain is called a tepui, formed as erosion removed the surrounding rock but left a harder block standing above the landscape. Its cliffs isolated the summit from the land below, turning it into an island in the sky. Heavy rain feeds pools, strange rock formations, and waterfalls that spill directly over the mountain's edges. Plants and animals adapted to the wet, exposed plateau, with some found nowhere else. From below, Mount Roraima looks less like a mountain than a separate piece of land suspended above the clouds.